Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to take a look over another G.I. Joe Classified series for you guys, and this time we're finally going to take a look over one of my favorite characters from the G.I. Joe line, and actually one of my favorite figures. Well, unfortunately though, I don't have the original figure, but I actually do have a reprint of that figure, which is this right here. So I can move the box a little bit and move the camera up a little bit up like there. So there we go. So today we're going to take a look over is the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 58, the Marauders, Gabriel, Barbecue, Kelly. Now, before we continue on, I need you guys to do me a little bit of quick favor, so I'll be right back. Hey you, stop what you're doing. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. Alright, so I do apologize about the bad lighting at the moment. I'm having some issues right now. I'm trying to fix the what's going on. So yeah, so this I have here, I order it on Amazon, and I'm actually pretty happy about this. Now this figure is just a straight redeco of the original figure that came out, which unfortunately I don't have that version of Barbecue, so I cannot do a comparison between these two. But yeah, but in the future I will get the original Barbecue figure. So yeah, so this is like the plastic free packaging version of the G.I. Joe Classified series. You guys can see right here. You can see the nice artwork of Barbecue right there. Pretty awesome. They had the Mad Marauders logo right there, which back in the day it used to be called Sergeant Marauders, but Slaughter's Marauders. But you know how parents are these days, and so Hasbro decided to put the Mad Marauders. The top of the packaging right here showed the number right there. The side of right there showing off the number and the symbols right there. Back of the packaging showing like the artwork of Barbecue right here, and the back of the packaging right there you guys can see 6.6 feet 6.47 inches, sorry about that. And you can see all the accessory comes with, which I am gonna show you off everything right here. So yeah, give me a few minutes about it, guys. May have to fix the issue of the lighting right here. And if you hear the constant meowing, that's my, that's the baby cat that me and my mom rescued. Unfortunately though, she's being naughty, so I had to put her in a cage for now. Let's just say she was starting running around too much, and she may or may not took a dookie. And yeah. So anyways, let's put the box out of the way, and let me show you guys the accessories that Barbecue comes with, even though you already shown the back of the packaging. So it comes with, you know what, I'm going to bring the camera a little bit more right here. I'm just going to move it closely right here so you guys can actually see. So it comes with a backpack for the fire extinguisher right there, which unfortunately is not showing off. It's not okay, there we go. Is you can see right here. This is just a redeco of this one from the original. The original one had like red, this one is blue. And by the look of it, it does have like grooves on it right there. So I think it might have weapon storage for the fire axe. I might need to take a look. So yeah. And you can see they have the little symbols right there in the back on the fire extinguisher backpack, so that's actually pretty cool. It comes with a hose piece right here, which is made of a rubbery material right here, which is actually pretty nice, and it does look pretty cool. It comes with it also comes with a gun piece for the fire extinguisher right there, which is actually pretty nice. But it almost look like on a futuristic pistol, but it's actually a part of the fire extinguisher for, you know, for Barbecue. His signature fire axe right there, pretty nice. Cast in black, painted right here in silver. And lastly but not least, I think this is a hatchet right there. I'm not sure. Oops, I dropped it by accident. I think this is like a hatchet right there. But it also has like some brass knuckles on it right there, so that's actually what's pretty cool. So yeah, so let's bring out the figure, and here it is, Barbecue. And like I said, Barbecue is actually one of my favorite characters in the G.I. Joe history, alongside with Torch, Blowtorch. Well, any characters that have like gas mask on it, his is like a fire protection suit. What it does look pretty cool. The painting and sculpted detailing on this figure absolutely amazing. The color scheme for the Slaughter Marauders is blue, green with brown, and I think I already said it. like the one I already did a review on, is Sergeant Slaughter. This is the best looking figure I've ever seen for this, and I actually do like it. Now, there is a bit of some issues with this figure. Mostly, part of the articulation is somewhat like hindered because the way the design of the suit, even though like some of the area right here you guys can see are made of like a rubbery material, which is actually pretty nice. But I still feel like he's like somewhat hindered, even with the arcing back and an ab crunch. But he has a ball joint on the on this right here and on the waist right there, so that's actually pretty nice. I do like the head sculpt on this figure. It looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, though, we never have one like his original face like they shown in the cartoon, so that's kind of a bit sad if you ask me. And man, we shouldn't have like with his face and with this on, but unfortunately Hasbro didn't think it through. So yeah, I do love the pouches on his arm right here, like everything around him, even on this part right there. It does look fantastic. This almost looked like the Team Fortress Classic version of Pyro, from Team Fortress 2. Mostly Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress Classic, but the headpiece. Even though this one is just a firefighter, Pyro is a pyromaniac. So yeah. I also forgot to mention it has like this darker shade of green right down there, so I forgot to mention that. He does have like the pins, the pins joint right here. Well, not the like actual pins, the middle pins like this. So this is like the older version of the G.I. Joe figure. Now the G.I. Joe figure today has like the pinless joint, so yeah. Articulation wise, head is on a ball joint, so it does go through 360 degrees down up here. Look up that far, down that far. The neck can go a little bit down like that. A little bit of pivot, not much, because it is kind of bit limited because of this part right here. But you can still do like a bunch of good possibility of it right here. Arms does go full 360 degrees right here. The arms does go in and out. Does have like a butterfly swivel right there. Swivel at the forearms right there. Double bend at the... Well, there's a one bend right here and another bend right here. So you do get like a double bend in the elbow right there. And for some reason, it's kind of a bit stiff in my copy. I should have think that through, but wrist on a swivel right here. Wrist can go up and down for the left, and for the right, I think also up and down. Yeah, both sides can go up and down. You do have somewhat of an ab crunch, arcing back. Leg can go forward, not that much back that far. You can shift the legs up and down a little bit. Thigh swivel right there, which is a bit stiff. You guys can see a double bend at the knee right there, which is actually pretty cool. Cat swivel right there on the boots. His feet can go up and down, and you can pivot side to side. So posability with this figure is somewhat okay, but the way how stiff in this, you might need to like use hot water for this. Just to loosen up a little bit, but yeah. Now, like I said about the weapon storage, this side right here, you guys can see on the right thigh, you can put in the hatch right there, like that, which is actually pretty cool. But when you shake it violently like this, well, for some reason it has the tendency to fall off. But what I like to do, have it like this, then swing this around, so this part right here can't actually fall off. But unfortunately, though, you need to have it like this. So, yeah. For the fire extinguisher right here, you can put it into the side right there on the left thigh, like so, which is actually pretty nice. There's a peggle right there, so you can plug into the backpack. But for some reason on my copy, it is a bit loose, and sometimes it has the tendency to fall off, but the look of it's not showing off. And I think this is actually the weapon storage for the fire axe. So let's see if I'm right. So let me take off the backpack first. Let's see. I think it's like this. Yeah. So it's like that. connected here. So that's actually, you know, weapon storage for everything, which I didn't even notice on that. Well, what about the tube? Well, you can still actually connect it in like that, but I'd rather have like this for now. But yeah, and let me show you guys what he looks like with everything attached with. So let me take everything off, and I mean literally everything. And both of the hands have like the trigger fingers because mostly they have the fire extinguisher on it right there. So yeah. So for the fire axe, you can see right there. You can see what he looks like with the fire axe equipped. Looks pretty cool. And let me put the hatchet right there. I think it is the hatchet. Like I said, I don't fucking remember. The only thing the hatchet I know is that stupid Huntress from Dead by Daylight, which I fucking hate that killer. And you can see what actually he looks like with the hatchet equipped, with the brass knuckles, so that's actually pretty cool. So you can chop some trees down, you know, to clear some area, or some structures that won't, you know, affect anything. Now, fire extinguisher. I'm showing the packaging right here. You could do it on the right side, but the tubing they had to go to the left side. So unfortunately, you have to do it for the left. So bring this shit around. Make sure the trigger finger is on the goddamn trigger, like so. There you go. He has a gun, but it's actually a fire extinguisher. So grab the backpack right there. Now connect the tube like this, like so, and be very careful with it. I don't know if you guys have any like issues, you know, getting in and out. I don't have issue of mine, but I'm get the feeling like there's like some bad copies, like people trying to yank it off, and like the pegs, you know, sometimes get ripped off. So yeah. And you can see what barbecue looked like with the fire extinguisher on, with the exhaust, with the tube on. I mean, it does look pretty cool, but it's also sometimes it get warp on the pegs on the fire extinguisher, and I'm actually pretty worried about it. So yeah. You know, the figure does look pretty good, even though it's just a straight redeco of the figure that we have years ago. I'm still happy I got my first barbecue figure, because I've been actually wanting to get this figure since it came out. Well, the original figure, and then this version right here, so I'm actually proud of it right here, so yeah. So, I'm going to end the final pose and give you guys my final results, so I'll be right back. Let's see here. I'm trying to say... Oh, yeah. Sorry about the background. My mom's asking about the cooler. So, anyways, oh, my nose is acting up again. My damn allergies kicking in. I gotta make it quick before I start sneezing like an asshole. Anyways, final result and overall, this figure is actually pretty good. If you actually want to get this figure, it's actually pretty cheap right now on Amazon. Minus I had to pay for the shipping, so total price on that one was $25 because I didn't have Prime membership. But yeah, but if you guys actually want to get this figure, it's still on Amazon available right now, and it's actually pretty cheap. Like, I'm actually pretty happy about this one right here. And yeah, if you guys want me to do a custom pin on this one to turn into the classic Team Fortress Pyro figure, leave a comment down below and I'll do it for you guys. So yeah, or if you guys want me to do a custom project for this figure to turn into the Rainbow Six Extraction color scheme, like I said, leave the comment down below. But anyways, I'm gonna end this right here, so have fun, stay safe, and I'm out.